Hi, I'm Nick Spake, and welcome to Cartoon Contender, where we talk about animation, awards, and everything in between. My guest today is Wesley Wang, the director of Violet and Marlowe Rob which won Best Animated Short at the 2006 Tribeca Film Festival and has qualified for Oscar consideration.
So, while the film is made in Blender, it almost has a stop motion feel to it. It reminded me a lot of Wes Anderson, especially the opening of Fantastic Mr. Fox. The characters are burrowing underground. What were the artistic inspirations for the short?
Yeah, I mean, Fantastic Mr. Fox was a huge one, obviously. Been a childhood favorite of mine. I think Flow was another one, the movie that was made in Blender, the Latvian movie. And yeah, and like Wallace and Gromit as well in terms of the story, like this duo that, really plays well off each other. I think those were some of the few that I think inspired me to make something like this.
There's also a clear action movie influence. I swear that there's a Wanted reference involving one scene with a keyboard. What were some of the action movies that inspired the film?
Yeah, definitely the Wanted reference. A lot of people have been pointing out, which is nice. In terms of like the action movies that inspired it, I think a good amount of Edgar Wright and Tarantino style to it. Obviously, but there's some like video game like POV shots from like below as well that I really like. That kind of remind me of what you can see in a first person shooter game. I think that's why a lot of people have been saying it should be turned into a video game. And so kind of combining all those elements and putting it together.
The band Adore provided the film's soundtrack. When you first heard their music, did Rabbits with Guns immediately come to mind?
No, but animation did immediately come to mind. I think it's also because maybe I've been subconsciously affected because they have a lot of animation in terms of the visuals. But yeah, I think Rabbits with Guns came from actually watching my 3D animator's work, where he's had this kind of rabbits with guns in a dystopian environment. But I kind of just wanted to put some character behind it and develop the story further.
And the cute animals hilariously contrast the violent nature of the short. For all the cuddly creatures that you could have gone with, why rabbits?
Rabbits have this kind of innocent feel to him. I don't know. It's just they feel like I don't know, the design of the characters is really important to us to make them feel like they're kind of cunning, but also like cute and kind of they don't talk much. And so it was just a choice in terms of like also they can burrow, and so that was like we wanted to play with that of like in terms of like they can travel through dirt and everything. And so it felt like a natural choice for them to travel into the city.
And Violet and Marlowe Rob a Bank is it won Best Animated Short at the Tribeca Film Festival, which is actually an Oscar qualifying award. Can you take me through the process of winning at Tribeca and qualifying for Tribeca?
Yeah, qualifying at Tribeca was already huge for me because I've never gone to one of these huge festivals, and so Ben Thompson, the programmer, just called me one day and told me like hey, your short is in, and so it was a dream come true of mine. I had been to Tribeca as a kid, just watching films there as my so seeing my film on that screen was pretty wild, and then yeah, winning was also a surprise because I was at the award ceremony and I thought for sure out of the 11 or 12 animated shorts that mine was not one of the best because I saw some of the others and I thought they were really fantastic, and so was just honored to be there, and so winning was like a pretty wild moment.
And I believe that Whoopi Goldberg is the one behind the shorts program at Tribeca. Did you have a chance to meet with her?
Briefly, very briefly, I got to tell her about the little like toys that we were also advertising, and she said she would love one, so we're gonna send one to her.
Yeah. Speaking of which, when can we all get one of those toys?
They're on the Violent and Marlowe the website, so you should go violentandmarlowe.com, or just search up Violent and Marlowe. It should come up, and you can get a keychain or a figurine.
And we live in an age where the rich keep getting richer and it's getting harder and harder for the little guy to get by. There are countless real world examples, but was there a particular one that inspired this film?
Um, there there wasn't a particular one, I would say, although I think I think what you've been seeing recently with just like the like Elon hitting a trillion, or kind of like these AI companies being able to kind of just like um, anyway, I won't get too much into it, but obviously there wasn't one, I'd say, But the hoarding of resources has been around for a lot of times, and it's difficult to tell sometimes what humans actually need, or like what they've been um, you know you know artificially trained to need, if that makes sense.
The film packs a lot into just 3 minutes. Was there anything that had to be left on the cutting room floor, or any ideas that ultimately didn't make it into the final cut?
Luckily, not really, because we storyboarded pretty much the entire thing at first. And so we basically made a 2D version of the film first, and that would, took about a month or so, and then we 3D animated all of that afterwards. And so, for Jacob, my 3D animator, like it was like he had a canvas to paint on that was already kind of outlined, and so we didn't have to. All the experimenting is pretty much done in the 2D animation process.
You've worked in live action and animation. When approaching a new project, how do you decide between the two mediums?
Well, it's difficult to do live action for bunnies with guns, right? So I think that was like a pretty obvious choice for this one. But I think, yeah, in general, it always starts with the concept, and I already know what, if it's going to be animation or live action, just starting with the concept.
Without giving too much away, the short ends with the character looking into the camera. What do you think is going through their mind in that moment?
Yeah, well, I would hope it's unclear whether they're looking at the camera or looking at someone because of the footsteps. But I think, without giving up go away too much, like they're I guess they're thinking about, I guess, or surprised about um, who they're seeing. If that makes sense.
And I got just one last question. What are you working on next?
Next, we're working on a murder mystery, so very different, but it's like an interactive murder mystery that we'd be also uploading to YouTube. So it'll be fun.
Great. Can't wait to check that out too. Thank you so much, Wesley. This has been great, and congratulations on this award winning short. Can't wait for more people to see it. It's on YouTube now.
Thank you so much, Nick. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and for more updates on animation, awards, and everything in between, check out my site cartooncontender.com. Also check out my books Bright and Shiny, A History of Animation at Award Shows, volumes 1 through 3 available now wherever books and ebooks are sold.